Welcome to the SDS Powerful Stuff exhibition. SDS has set up this exhibition because we want to shine a bit more light on some of the costs and environmental impacts associated with stuff. We call the exhibition Powerful Stuff because we want people to have more of an understanding that the seemingly insignificant things that we buy every day are actually not insignificant at all. The way in which we choose to manage so many aspects of our consumption habits can have a powerful impact. SDS procures, stores, distributes, fulfills and manages the movement of a lot of stuff. Road furniture and traffic lights for transport and main roads, pandemic kits for health, voting booths for the Electoral Commission, air conditioners for the Cool Schools project, $600,000 worth of ad hoc emergency supply for the Moreton Bay oil spill clean-up effort. Not to mention school curriculum and office supplies, general merchandise and furniture, where we've been best known for many years. You could say we're a bit of an expert on stuff. Over the last 10 years, with the Chinese manufacturing boom, the price of stuff has reached an all-time low. Never before has so much stuff been available and so cheap to purchase and replace when broken. Experts and commentators all over the world are talking about global warming and the impact of human activity on the Earth's climate. Opinion about this subject is divided, but apart from the population explosion of the last century, we're isolating consumption itself as a separate issue, because it is consumption habits and trends that draw on the supply chain, and the supply chain is our particular area of knowledge or expertise. SDS is the only agency in government that sits in a space where the environmental impact of the supply chain is very obvious to us every day at work. This can be explained easily as something like the back end of procurement, the part we don't see when we buy things. The government's procurement framework is really good, but there's so much more we can do on the demand and supply management end to add value to that. What we want to do is show you a little of what we observe, share some of our ideas and simply invite some discussion on this subject. This exhibition isn't a sales pitch. We don't expect you to walk out of this room and sign up with SDS. But we do hope the content will motivate you to think about the role of a supply chain manager in government, the potential of a government-owned organisation to help manage the supply side of procurement for the benefit of the whole of government. Commercial supply chains are very lean and therefore very green. They're lean and green because they're efficient, and their motive is to keep product moving through the system at the lowest cost possible. SDS's focus is a little different. We want government to have a lean, green supply chain, but we also want to motivate government to think harder about how much stuff and what sort of stuff needs to go through this system. Should government buyers be choosing from a large, lavish department store-style range of goods? Or should we get together and decide on what sort of products we need and establish a narrower range with a lower carbon footprint and focus on cost per year rather than cost per product? How about freight? Our guess is that something like 40% of government customers might be using priority paid just because it's a habit. What about aggregating freight by department, floor or building? Imagine how much traffic and impact could be saved if each building in the city organised freight to come 3 times a week to the ground floor reception. All it would take is a little planning and coordination. First we need to see the need, put that need ahead of convenience, and grow our way into some positive habits. The 3 things we're asking you to do as a result of seeing this exhibition is 1. Buy quality products wherever you can, and think about a cost per year for a product, rather than the purchase price alone. Every time you have to replace a poor quality product, you stimulate a whole range of high-impact activities, from extraction to production, manufacture, through to freight. 2. Think about your freight footprint in relation to your purchasing habits. Don't just pick up the phone, order a product and expect it to arrive in the shortest amount of time possible. Plan your ordering. Aggregate it. The positive impact that government could make if everyone took this seriously could be huge. And 3. The SSA mantra, order and pay online with a credit card wherever possible. Processing costs shouldn't be underestimated in this whole equation. They use paper and mail freight. Please enjoy the exhibition and give us your feedback. We'd love to know if it started a train of thought in your department or if we're simply preaching to the converted.